someone has made you their next of kin on their bank account, and you are excited because you think that when the person dies, you are going to be the one to automatically inherit the person's money in the bank account. Well, Bank of Ghana says that is not the case. The purpose of next of kin is only as a contact point in case the bank cannot reach the owner of the account. So if you make me your next of kin, in case the bank cannot reach you, the owner of the account, I'm simply the person the bank is going to contact. And if you should die or pass on, I do not automatically have access to the account. When you go to open a bank account or a mobile money account, they'll ask you to provide a next of kin. Now you're advised to provide the name of somebody who is very close to you, who knows most of your movements, so that in case the bank is trying to reach you, they're trying to call you, email you, they can't get to you, the next of kin is the person they are going to call. So if you should die, who will inherit your money? The person who will inherit the person's money is if the person has been named in the dead person's will. So the person who died made a will and named that Asimesi is going to be in charge of his GT bank account, then you have access to the account. But even if you've been named as a beneficiary of a bank account, you still need to go to the bank with a death certificate to show to the bank that the account holder is dead. And you need to go to a court and obtain letters of probate from the court naming you as the beneficiary. So you take the death certificate, the letters of probate from a court of competent jurisdiction, and you go to the bank. Only then will you have access to the bank account. So it's not a next of kin, anyone who's been named in the will of the deceased person. Now, if the person died without a will but has a bank account, how do we access the funds? Now, if the person died without a will, anyone who wants access of the bank account are going to also go to a court and get letters of administration from the court. The court will give you a letter called letter of administration, giving you power to access the bank account. So the letter of administration with the death certificate, you go to the bank to access the bank account. So while the next of kin is not an inheritor, they are an important contact person. So it's essential to choose someone who is reliable and capable of providing necessary information when required. You understand? So your next of kin is not going to inherit your bank account. So if you want someone to inherit your bank account, instead of making them your next of kin, you create a will, you make a will, and you name the person as a beneficiary of your account. So you can say, in the event of my passing on, Ekwia Sewa should be the one to inherit my Ghana commercial bank account. Yao Yakubu should inherit my GT bank account. So you make a will and you name your inheritors in the will. Your next of kin is simply a contact person. Okay, when you are traveling or when you are flying, they can also ask of next of kin. This is the person, and again, a contact person they will contact in case of an emergency. Simply put, the next of kin is a contact person in case of an emergency. You want someone to inherit you, make a will. If you do not make a will, those interested in your property or your money in your account will go to the courts and get letters of administration and a death certificate before being accessed. Your funds locked up in the bank upon your death. Thank you so much. I hope you learned a lot today. The name is Zakia Kunge. Knowledge is power.